Humans are social creatures. Now, I know that that sounds like it's coming out of left field, given that I'm always talking about being secure within yourself and being comfortable being alone. And I don't want you guys to get this misconstrued and think that I'm contradicting everything that I've said in the past, because that's not the case. Okay, I simply recognize that even though one should be secure within themselves and be comfortable being alone and be comfortable doing things by themselves, we're on this earth with other people for a reason. If you were meant to spend your entire life alone, other people wouldn't exist. Okay, I wouldn't have an audience to share my content with. I wouldn't have other people to share my experiences with. I wouldn't have people to uplift me when I'm at my lowest points. And I wouldn't be where I am right now. So I want to help you guys not only make friends, but make quality friends. Friends that will be there for you at your lowest point, and friends that will help you elevate in your life. Now, the first thing that you can do to make friends, okay, especially if you feel like you have trouble with approaching people and being outgoing and things like that, okay, I'm like that too. The first thing you can do is be yourself. You have to learn to embrace who you are. It's as simple as that. If you're not being yourself, you're going to find yourself surrounded by a bunch of people that you don't click with. And there's nothing worse than being around a bunch of people that make you feel lonely when you're with them. Okay, that is the worst feeling. It's much better to be alone than to be around people that make you feel lonely. Because just because you're alone doesn't mean you have to feel lonely. But when you feel like you're isolated from other people, that's one of the worst feelings you can feel. Okay, I understand that. And that's basically the basis of my channel, is creating a community of people who, may feel like they're not on the same wavelength as other people in their lives. So you have to be yourself. You have to learn to embrace who you are and be confident in who you are and be confident in what you like to do. Okay, be confident in the principles that you stand for. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to try to enforce your principles upon everyone else, but at the same time, be secure within who you are, while also maintaining an open mind. And that's the next thing that you can do to make friends. Be more open-minded. Okay, I've had some of the most intellectually and spiritually stimulating conversations with people who were in their 30s or, late 20s. People who naturally I might not find myself in the same settings as them, or might not feel as compelled to talk to them if I were discriminating just based on age or race or background. Okay, but when you put all of that to the side, you'll find authentic connections. Okay, you have to learn to be less biased in your search for friends. Your friends don't all have to be the same religion as you. They don't all have to have the same political standing as you. They don't all have to be entrepreneurs. They don't all have to enjoy the same sports that you enjoy. Okay, find friends that you connect with. Focus more on the connection than the compatibility. Okay, because you can have friends that may like the same things as you, but you really have nothing in common. It's better to have somebody that you connect with and who understands you than to have somebody that you have things in common with. Because at the end of the day, all we really want in friends and in relationships in general is to be understood. As humans, that's why we are social by nature. Even the most introverted of people are still social in nature and need some degree of interaction with other people to keep from going crazy, because people need to feel understood. Okay, whether we like it or not, we all need some type of validation in that way. But by learning to give yourself that validation and keeping an open mind, that validation will start to flow in from outside of yourself. Now, the next thing that you can do to make friends, and this is specifically aimed at the people who have social anxiety, which seems like it's increasingly common these days. But for the people who have social anxiety, find your tribe online. And that brings me to today's sponsor, which is Throne. Throne is a next generation group chat app that allows you to communicate with your favorite creators, which hopefully I'm one of your favorite creators. When you join my group chat, you can have exclusive interactions with me in a group setting. Okay, like I said earlier, I want to create that community where like-minded people can interact with each other. Okay, I've made some of my best friends on the internet in group chats. So I want to provide you guys with that same opportunity as well. I want to help put you guys in a space where everyone has a growth mindset and we're all committed to greatness and excellence each and every day. And I want to be an active part of that. And Throne gives me the opportunity to do that. Okay, with Throne, you pay $5 a month, which is literally like a cup of coffee at Starbucks. Okay, you have $5 a month. If you don't have $5 a month, you don't even need to be watching this video. You need to be putting in job applications or hustling, doing something. But for just $5 a month, you're accessing a network of people who are all committed to achieving great things in life. So for example, some people in the group chat might be stock traders. Some people might be YouTubers. There's a lot of room for a discussion on these topics in this group chat. You can make a lot of money. You have to think about the return on your investment. But most importantly, you can make friends. You can establish those connections and relationships with people that will last a lifetime. So be sure to click the link in the description. I will be active in this group chat. Okay, I'm not just gonna leave you guys high and dry. I'm not gonna make you guys pay for a service and then, not actually provide something in return. And, beyond that, I'll also do exclusive Q&As and things like that. So be sure to join the group chat. Okay, you're gonna get a lot more out of it than you're putting into it. Now, the next thing that you can do to make friends is to be a good friend. Okay, be a good friend. Be somebody that provides value in some way. A lot of you guys want friendships because you're lonely. You're looking to other people to fill the void that you have within yourself. But what you have to understand is that when you do that, you're becoming a leech to them. And I know that may not be your intention, but that's the truth of the matter. Okay, if you are trying to take somebody's energy and not give anything in return, you are basically holding them back. Okay, you're expecting a free ride in their life. You're relying on them to show you how to live your best life, but nobody can do that except for you, because nobody knows what your best life is except for you. You have to look within, and you have to become your own best friend. Okay, that's what it starts with. You have to be your own best friend. You have to be willing to listen to yourself. You have to be willing to learn more about yourself. You have to be willing to talk to yourself in the way that you would talk to your best friend. If you have all of this negative self-talk going on, how do you expect to find high-quality friends? Anybody who's in tune with themselves, they're not going to stick around for long because you're going to be draining their energy. In the same way that they're trying to lift you up, you're holding them down. Okay, you're providing extra unnecessary weight because, like I said, you don't have anything to offer in return. So be somebody who provides value, who brings positivity, brings inspiration. Okay, my circle is full of high quality, high value people. Not so much in terms of money, but in terms of mindset. Okay, because at the end of the day, that's what really matters, is the mindset behind the success. And I find inspiration from my friends. But the reason why I'm able to have a circle like that is because I'm an inspirational person myself. I provide value. I bring game to the table. I help my people out, and I expect the same in return. Okay, and even though it's not necessarily a business transaction, it's an energetic transaction. You get back what you put out. So focus on becoming a really good friend, and people will start to gravitate towards you naturally. Now, the next thing that you can do to make friends is to cut off your old friends. Now, I'm not saying that you have to cut off all of them, but most of you watching this probably have one or two friends that you know do not provide value in your life anymore. I'm going to give you a very good indicator that somebody no longer belongs in your life. The best way to know that it's time to cut somebody off is you guys don't talk about anything except for the past. If all of your conversations revolve around things that happened before, like when you were kids, you probably don't have much more time with that person. Okay, I have a few friends that I grew up very close to. I used to spend a lot of time with them, but I can't really associate myself with them anymore. Not because I'm too good for them or anything like that, but because we're on completely different wavelengths to the extent that we don't belong in the same space anymore. We don't need to be around each other because we have nothing to provide to each other. Anytime we get together, it's just reminiscing about the past. But I don't care about the past. I care about the future, and I care about the present. I care about creating a better life for myself. But not everyone is committed to that, and that's okay. But that doesn't mean that I'm obligated to keep them in my life. And the same goes for anyone watching this. If you feel like there's someone in your life that doesn't provide any value, you're not obligated to give them your time or energy. You need to learn to protect your energy and save it for the people who will give you that return on investment. Okay, you have to learn to value yourself. Be yourself and learn to love being yourself. Because when you love being yourself, you'll be mindful of who you allow into your space. You'll attract high quality people into your life.